Airwallex, we started as a coffee shop based in Australia. While they were having a coffee businesses in Australia, they had a lot of problem in terms of foreign transaction and a problem with high foreign exchange rate. So that's how our company Airwallex started. Now we have over 1,700 global talent in 37 locations. We started in Australia. Now we have headquarters based in Singapore. We have offices in Malaysia, Hong Kong, Japan, China, UK, Europe, and the United States as well. Right now, Airwallex is valued at 5.6 billion with over 130 billion annualized transaction. And as you can see on our right side of the screen, we're also licensed around the world so we can service our product globally. We're partnering with 50 plus financial institutions such as Visa, MasterCard, American Express, JP Morgan, and Barclays. And for example, in Hong Kong, our banking partner is DBS and Standard Chartered. Airwallex is backed by the world's best investors such as MasterCard, DST Global, Salesforce Ventures, and Salesforce Ventures. Airwallex is trusted by over 150,000 businesses worldwide and in different industries as well, such as Shein, Zero, and Rex. We also have one of the most extensive licensing portfolios for a fintech company. We have over 60 licenses and registrations globally. So for example, in Hong Kong, we have money service operators. And for example, in Singapore, we have major payment institution license, so then we can provide our service in these countries. Let me tell you guys how Airwallex can help you, and I can go through the benefits of using Airwallex. So when it comes to opening a bank account, I know you guys are having a lot of difficulties recently. For example, the directors need to visit different countries to open bank account. However, at Airwallex, everything is handled by online. So we're doing 100% online application, and there will be no in-person interview is required. And even if the directors are visiting these countries, it takes very long time to open bank account. With Airwallex, averagely, we are opening within 2 days. And with your business expansions, I'm sure you will need more than one country's account. So with Airwallex, you can open 14 global accounts with just one entity. And for your clients, I'm sure your clients want to pay local payment methods. So at Airwallex, we provide local payment methods such as Kakao Pay, Alipay, WeChat Pay, and credit cards for your clients to choose the preferences. And for businesses, of course, the businesses need corporate cards. With Airwallex, we issue physical and virtual corporate and employee cards, and everything is done online with our dashboard. So now our payment consultant, Sally, will go through the product demo.
Hi, nice to meet you guys. My name is Sally, and I'm a payment consultant in Airwallex for Korea team. I'm happy to give you a demo today to let you guys experience how it would be if you open an Airwallex account with us. So I know that nowadays there are a lot of struggles with the cross-border payments and collections, and I'm here to provide a customized solutions for your cross-border payments. From now, I will be sharing our screen to let you guys experience how it would be to open an Airwallex account. So first of all, we will be seeing, now that you see on the screen, you will be able to log in with your login details. And you will see the dashboard here as a first stance. And if you go to the wallet, this is the wallet where you can store different currencies. So it's a multi-currency account where you can receive different currencies and store here. So how do you collect the current payments? So if you go to global accounts, you will be able to create global accounts where you will see different countries here. So for example, for Hong Kong, we are partnering up with DBS Hong Kong and Standard Chartered bank account. So as a default, you will have a DBS bank account where you can accept different currencies. So it's a multi-currency account where all of these currencies that you see on the right, Hong Kong dollar, US dollar, JPY, Singapore dollar, etc., you will be able to collect from DBS account. Or alternatively, you could also click Hong Kong and then create a global account where you will be able to create a single currency global account with Standard Chartered. For example, if you click AUD here, you will be able to create an AUD Hong Kong account with Standard Chartered. And for Singapore, we also do support multi-currency account, and we do partner up with DBS Singapore. We also have UAE or US, having a local bank account in that country under your name. So as an example, let me try to open a Singapore account. So if you click Singapore, create global account. Oh, I'm sorry, maybe there might be some internet issues here, but you could try to refresh. Sorry for the technical issues here. Sorry, there may be some technical struggles here, but let me sort it out quickly. Okay, sorry guys, that was a bit there was a bit of technical issues here. But let's continue. So we've just let's say we have created a global account in Singapore. It will be instant, where, for example, if you create a global account and click create global account, just a second, please. Yes, let's say we open a Hong Kong account. It will be instant and it's opened. So it's an account that you will be able to receive payments. So for example, if you click view global account, this account name will be under your business company name. The account number is here and the SWIFT code is here and the bank name here is Standard Chartered Bank Hong Kong. So for this logic applies to all the countries that I've just shown you. So you'll be able to open an account that is located in those different countries without visiting that country. So all the transactions that you receive through this global account, you'll be able to see from transactions history here. And you will also be able to download the general account statement, where you will be able to download PDF file and then send it to your customers so that you can receive the payments. And after you have received, let's say you've received US dollar, but then you need to convert to another currency and store in wallet. Then you could go to conversions and click new conversion. And let's say you have received US dollar. Let's say you have received Hong Kong dollar, but you are trying to convert it to US dollar. Then you can just click next and go ahead to do conversion with the live rate that is stated here. Alternatively, what you could also do is that you can convert, but at the same time pay out to your suppliers or manufacturers or other business partners. For example, if you click new transfer, new recipient, and click international bank transfer, you could basically do the conversion as well as paying out at the same simultaneously. For example, you have received US dollar, but you are trying to pay out to your, let's say, Southeast Asian business partner, then you could actually click MYR. We do support paying out to almost 130 plus countries in a local method. What that means is that if you're paying out to Malaysia in MYR ringgit, then you are using a local method and the transfer fee will be free. So you are not paying any international transaction fee here. Let's say other than MYR, if you need to pay out to Vietnam and Vietnam Dong, you could also do that, or even in Korean won, etc. But we also do support Swift Way as well. So for example, if you have to pay out to Korea in US dollar, then we do support this through Swift, but you would have to bear the Swift fees of $15 to $25. So that is it for the transfer payout function. And last but not least, for the banking services here, we also do support Visa cards. So if you need a company card, you could issue Visa cards with no issuance fee as well as no annual fees. So you could do that all online, and it's instantly available to use. For example, if you create card here, you will be able to see an option where you would only need a virtual card. So this virtual card can just use for your marketing expense, let's say like subscription fees or your web development fees, etc. And you will able to see the card number as well as CVV. For example, if you see this one as an reference, this is for marketing, let's say Facebook ads purpose. You could just click view card details. and you will be able to see the card number, the CVV, as well as expiry date, and you just input these information into your Facebook ads so that you could do monthly subscription fee expense payments. We could issue multiple cards, 5 to 10. So if you have employees or staff that would need the cards, you could also do that, and also appoint the user for specific cards. And these cards, you can actually set up your own limit, the card usage limit as well. So you could do that in a very user-friendly way here. So, and if you have any inquiries or questions, you will just let me know, as I will be your account manager as well. Other than that, this is the banking service that we could provide. Other than that, for the e-commerce side, for online stores who are selling your products through your online store or through B2C, you could receive the credit card payments as well as local card payments from your customers. For example, you could click payment section, and you would only need to input some of the basic information, like what's your transactions volume size, the URL, store, etc. And our team will have around business days of 1 to 3 to review your application, and you would be able to receive the payments through different local payment methods as well as card payments. You would also have an access to monitor the payment activity, so any kinds of failure, successful payments, or disputes or refund cases all can be monitored here. And you could also add payment methods here. So for example, we do support for credit card payments, we do support Visa, Master, JCB, Amex, UnionPay, etc. And for local payment methods, we support for different regions. For example, for Korea, we do support Naver Pay, Kakao Pay, Samsung Pay, Toss Pay. For Hong Kong or China, we do support WeChat Pay, Alipay, etc. So those who are trying to collect through your e-commerce store, you could have one integrated platform where you could also have a payout function, but at the same time collect through your online store. So that is it for some of the key services that we could provide for your global businesses. Now on, I would want to introduce some of the functions that would be very user-friendly as well as very convenient for your company operations. For example, if you go to account and user management, you will be able to invite other users into this account. So if you want your staffs to have an access to certain functionalities or services, you could invite that user with the email and give that specific user a specific functionality. For example, that user may only be able to see the balance of the global account, but may not be able to pay out. So this can be all customized in this section. And one last thing, I'm aware that a lot of businesses are going global, and there are a lot of entities that you may want to incorporate. So in order to have a very integrated one consolidated cash flow management system, what you can do here is, for example, it says Hong Kong Airwallex. So let's say that is a Hong Kong entity for this banking account. But if you have other entity, let's say Singapore entity or other Korea entity, then what you could do is click here, create new, an account, and you will be able to onboard a new entity so that you will have a consolidated cash flow management. So you could click another entity's country, let's say Singapore, and then go through a new onboarding, a more streamlined KYC process, and you will have two different accounts here for Hong Kong as well as Singapore, and then you will have a more flexibility in moving the intra-group cash here. So that is it for all the product demos that I will want to show today. And I will pass on to Yubin for the further case studies.
Yes. So now we've seen how our actual dashboard works. I would like to go through some of our case study. So I'm sure if you guys love F1, you guys would probably know who McLaren is. So McLaren, we're having a strategic partnership as well as they're using Airwallex as a client. So as you can imagine, McLaren is operating in the global market. So it's very, they need flexibility to respond to unexpected situations. So with Airwallex, they needed the significant fee reductions through local payments, and they actually enhance financial operational efficiencies, strengthen the overall team's performance capabilities. So with Airwallex, the result the McLaren got was our immediate payment initiation, and that actually helped save up to half a day when making overseas payment, and they also saved over 4,000 euros in foreign exchange. Another case, Linger, is an e-commerce company based in Hong Kong. The challenge with Linger was that they were having a lot of inconveniences caused by using different banks, PayPals, and credit cards. And with these, they were getting 3 to 4% markup and foreign exchange fees on bank credit cards. So with Airwallex, they needed a significant cost saving by exchanging currencies at interbank rates. And they also reduced traditional remittance costs and increased efficiency. So by the result, Linger saved approximately 14 million Korean won in foreign exchange fees. And at the same time, they increased cost efficiency by reducing SaaS costs from Shopify by 3%. So those are some of our case studies using Airwallex. And now we'll go through the Q&A. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it on the chat and we'll go through it.
Yeah, actually, one of the questions that I received is that please guide the batch transfer. So for the batch transfer, it's a bit complicated, but I'll try my best to showcase in this section. So for the batch transfer, what this functionality is that you could basically, you don't have to click on every single transfer that you need to make. If you have multiple automatic transfers that you will want to do, or if you have a bunch of vendors or a bunch of suppliers that you will need to pay out in the same amount, then you could use this function. So here you could see that you will be able to see the batch transfer template, and what you would have to do is you need to download the Excel file in this section, and you will need to fill out some of the information where who you're paying to, that specific business's account, as well as the amount, currency, etc. And you fill in those Excel document and upload it here, and that would be done from your side, and our transaction team would review it and make this happen. So it says that, can you make investments on the surplus left on the bank account? We have actually launched this service where you could actually put it into your money funds accounts, where this could be, it's not an investment, but you will be able to put it in your money funds account. But in this, for this services, we would need additional approval. So you could let your account manager or myself know that you have a preference on this, and we could further discuss on this later on after your account is approved.
Yeah. On top of that, with Airwallex, you can actually integrate a lot of different softwares or platforms into with our dashboard. So, for example, as Sally mentioned on the payment gateway side, we can integrate with Shopify, WooCommerce, and Magenta. And for accounting platforms such as Xero, so you can basically manage all the funds at Airwallex in a very simple way. Yeah. And the other question we got was in terms of the onboarding and KYC. So if you are going through with Premia TNC, the Premia TNC will basically help with the onboarding. And with the onboarding and KYC, I will be your dedicated person to go through. Usually within 2 days, we are opening a bank account. However, if there is any other additional documents are needed, I would say comfortably within 7 days, you can have your global account open. Is there any other questions?
I've actually got another question. What is the cost of setting up Airwallex account? We do not charge any setup fees, so there's no setup cost for Airwallex account.
Yeah. On
how can we cash in the money saved in Airwallex? So I'm not really sure if I understood correctly, but I'm assuming that the client is asking whether we could deposit money into Airwallex account. Yes, you can. Basically, you can just get payments in by bank transfer, or your customers could send the money or cash to Airwallex.
Yeah. So for example, with Airwallex, you will basically create a global account that you can receive funds. So once you have any investment fund or capital injection needed, then you will see all the relevant account details, and then you can just deposit into the account.
Oh, sorry. I think the client meant how to take out the money. So how to make this in cash, right? Actually, currently we do not support ATM cards to withdraw the money in cash. But what you could do is you could pay out freely to other bank accounts, regardless of its business account or if it's your own individual account.
Yeah. So as Sally mentioned, we cannot provide the ATM to cash out at the moment, and also as we are the digital banking, the clients client cannot visit these local bank like DBS and visit the branch to get the money. So everything has to go through Airwallex platform. As we are the digital banking platform, everything will be done digitally. So all the pay in and pay out will go from Airwallex's dashboard. Yeah. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave it on the chat. If there is no other questions, we will wrap up the webinar.
I have another question asking, are there any limits for incoming or outward. So it really depends on what currency and where you're paying out to, or where you're paying in from. Let's say, for example, to Malaysia, in Malaysia ringgit, then that would be around 10 million MYR limit transfer out. So it really depends on which currency you're paying out to. But if you are using SWIFT method in US, paying out to in US dollar or Hong Kong dollar, then there's no limit to that. And I see that there is another question asking on transaction fees or FX margin costs. So for transaction fees, for the outward remittance fee, we are not charging any international transfer fee if you are paying out to in local currency. For example, like to Korea, you're paying into Korean won. We do not charge any transfer fee. And here the FX margin would be we would be able to be more flexible on the FX margin cost if you could share your history statement, FX history statement, with your existing banking partner, and we could see if we could reduce the FX margin. But currently we are on around 0.5%.
And also in terms of our limits, we do have a transaction limit. Sally mentioned about for example, the Malaysian ringgit. So these limits that we discuss is the transaction limit. So technically, for example, if you need to send out, let's say 30 million, then you can just make 3 different transactions. And regarding the incoming limit, there will be no other incoming limits. So for Vietnamese using Airwallex for transactions, so right now you can pay out the Vietnamese dong to Vietnam. In terms of receiving Vietnamese dong, it's currently on our roadmap. So once the Vietnamese dong global account is ready, we will also let our clients know.
Within local country, it really depends on which currency. Do you mind to be more specific on which country you're trying to pay out to, so that we could look into the limit?
And there was another question regarding how many virtual cards or physical cards that we can provide. There is no other limit in terms of issuing cards with Airwallex. Yeah. Is there other questions? Okay. We will wrap up the webinar for today. If you have any other questions, just feel free to let us know, and then we'll happy to help. If you would need to get into a call with us to go through the product demo, please also let us know, and then we'll happy to help. We'll be happy to help. Thank you so much for joining our webinar. Hopefully we can do another webinar with you guys in the future too. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.